Let's talk about this. It will make the workflow much smoother. Hi there, my name is Peter Forsgård and I am a professional photographer from Helsinki, Finland. And before we start talking about the Kingston Workflow Station, a disclaimer. This workflow station was sent to me by Kingston. They didn't ask me to do this video, nor do they see this video beforehand, nor did they say what I have to say on this video. So all the things that I say about this workflow station are my own opinions, and I get to keep the workflow station. Thumbs up for that, because it is good, as you will find out when we go and see what this thing can do. The box contained the workflow station itself and one mini USB hub. Kingston also sent me a hub for micro SD cards and SD cards, so I have 3 hubs to use. Of course, it came with all the needed cords. You got the electricity cord with all different electric plugs, and then you have the USB cords. And what's good about is that these mini hubs can also be used as standalone card readers, so you have also USB cables for these. And it is a USB-C, and I think it's version 3.2, which is the latest version of the USB port. The best part of all this is that I can transfer my files from 4 cards at the same time. I might have my Insta360 One X2 camera with me, a drone, and Olympus cameras, and I might have taken videos and stills, and I have 4 different memory cards that I can transfer at the same time. This will make it a lot faster for me to transfer the images, because I can do it at the same time. How important workflow is for you? How big of a role is the whole workflow? And please let me know in the comments down below how important that is for you. Next, we will look at the speed of this and compare it to my old way. This is not a scientific speed test. It is only a comparison in my own workflow. And of course, all the speed depends on your cards, your computer, and how much else is going on in the computer. So this is just comparing my previous workflow to the new one. And here you can see the transfer bars. This is going to be my most exciting moment in the YouTube history. We're watching 30 gigabytes of files transferring from a memory card to a computer. Well, not really. While these 2 bars are showing the progress of my image transfer, let's talk about workflow itself. Why a good and efficient workflow is a very good thing, or very essential actually. Well, the first thing is that with proper workflow, you will have your files organized. That's a really important thing. If your files are all over the place, especially when you're doing video or client work and you want to have the stuff organized, you might have some still images, you might have some videos, everything to be organized makes the work a lot easier and faster, which is sometimes very crucial when you're working with clients. All my video work that is in progress are in this fast SSD card. After I finish the project, I will transfer the images to a bigger hard drive, where I will have backups, of course. For images, I have a 2-way system. The catalog and smart previews are on a fast SSD drive, and all the original files are on a bigger drive, which also has backups, of course. And of course, I will back up my Lightroom catalog quite often too, so that I have everything ready. The reason that I have all the smart previews in SSD drives is because then I can take the SSD drive and edit my images anywhere. I don't need to have the originals. I only need the originals when I export the images. But I can go out somewhere to edit my images without having the originals with me. So it's very handy to have it in a small SSD drive. While I've been talking, we had the results. The old way was 6 seconds slower, but it's not a big deal. But faster is faster. But the real benefit comes from using all the card readers at the same time. I used to have 1 in my computer, now I have 4, or 2 for SD cards and 2 for micro SD cards. So that is the biggest thing that makes my workflow a lot faster. and smoother, which is, as I said, a very important thing. As I said in the beginning that I really like this workflow station. It's really efficient and makes my workflow a lot smoother. But there's one thing I would really like to have, and that is a SSD drive that can be connected to this. A mini hub with SSD drive inside. That would be really great. I know that there are some other brands that do have that, and I hope Kingston will make that. But then I started to think about one thing. Since I have these small SSD drives, could I attach this to the workstation? And yes, I did. So now I can have the SSD drive like this without having to plug it in the back of the computer. It's a very handy way. The only small problem is that it's a bit loose here, and to be honest, I have to be a bit careful not to move this so that I won't lose the connection to the hard drive. It's not a good thing if you just, pull it out. You want to do it the proper way. I'm not living dangerously and unplugging my USB just like that. But as I said, I would love Kingston to have its dedicated SSD drive that would fit this workflow station. That would be totally cool. All in all, this Kingston workflow station is a very handy tool, and it makes my workflow a lot smoother, as I have said many times already. Oh, did I say that it's smoother? The workflow, I mean. Did I say that already? There's one thing I did not mention, is that it's pretty cool looking. What I really like, it's really stylish looking thing on my desk. And that's one part. It's having a good looking things is better than not good looking things. That's just the way it is. What do you think about the Kingston workflow station? What are your thoughts? Have you ever considered getting one? If you want, there is a link in the description down below. And it is an affiliate link. And if you get something from that link, I will get a small commission, but you won't pay anything extra. So feel free to check it out. The price of this combo is around $130, and what you get with that is the workflow station itself and one mini USB hub. And I think that's something that they should change. I think you should have the workflow station and then the selection of different combinations. So if I don't need the USB hub or mini SD card, I could get the hub with the SD card reader only, but that's not possible. The card readers, when you buy it separately, it's about 40 euros. So if you want an SD card reader with the workflow station, you need to buy the $130 workflow station and then additional 40 euros for the hub. And if you need also mini SD card reader, then it's another 40 euros or $40. And it's not, to be honest, it's not the cheapest option. But I have to say that it is a good option. Maybe it's a bit too much, but it is good, I have to say. I hope you enjoyed the video, and here is a video about Kingston memory cards that I made for some time ago. But hey, thanks for watching, and bye for now.